Maggie Dungan from Salad Days Farm, and we are a certified organic farm here in Woodford County. We grow a lot of microgreens and pea shoots, and so I'm going to just show you our process. We use Pro Mix, which is just a sterile bagged growing medium. Ours is the Pro Mix organic, but you can buy it non-organic too. It's made up of mostly coconut coir and peat moss and then perlite. And so we do anywhere from 24 to like 50 trays a week. So we just fill up this bin. Step is we put a lot of water in here. The coconut coir is kind of hydrophobic, so it doesn't want to absorb the water, so it takes a lot of water, and that way our medium is really wet. You could also alternatively just water it in really well after you seed it, but we prefer to do it this way, so we're just not adding water afterwards. Need to do is thoroughly mix it in. The water does not want to mix, so you kind of have to massage it into it and break up any kind of clumps. So the consistency that I like to use, where we're not going to water it in afterwards, is you want to be able to squeeze it and just a little bit of water comes out. Just like that. And then we use these trays. These come from bootstrapfarmer.com. They're very sturdy, and then also shallow, and they have drainage holes. You can also use any kind of container, like a clamshell or any food container, Tupperware, anything. And then we just fill it up. And then level it off a bit. And then just in our operation, we kind of fill all the trays and then seed them, just to make it easier. So what I'm going to be seeding now, this is part of our mild mix. We seed this, and then we also separately seed radishes just because they grow at different rates. But in here is broccoli, cabbage, kohlrabi, arugula. I think that's it, but it's just a mild mix of brassicas. We do about that much. It's not super scientific, but you want to evenly spread it. That's a big key, and we just kind of tap it out like this. And then after we've done that, I take my hands and then again spread it like this, also to more evenly spread the seed. And then do seed to soil kind of contact, so it just kind of gets better.
Is that a tablespoon you're using?
Yeah, so that's a tablespoon. It's probably like a little more than 3/4, probably more like, I don't know, 7/8 of a tablespoon.
Okay.
And then we'll seed a whole bunch of trays, and then we just stack them right on top of each other. There's nothing that goes on top. That's all you need. But you do want to stack them or have some kind of covering or weight on top. You want, when it's going to germinate, you kind of want that weight on there because it'll make the seed, the stem stronger. And then you'll leave that on there, depending on what kind of seed you're growing. But generally for like 3 days, like it will have already germinated, but it's still being covered and in the dark, ideally. And then after a few days, you'll uncover it, and they'll already be, that tall. And then at that point, you put them under lights or in your windowsill, or give them light until they grow as tall as you want, and then you would harvest them. So don't be afraid of stacking. I mean, we stack these things like 6, 7, 8 trays tall, and they still germinate, and it's just fine.